everybody, welcome to Dyson Dynamics. A 5+ year world of multiple campaigns with a group of friends. I'm Mark. Please make sure you guys follow our socials. They are on our Discord. Just do !Discord if you want to get in. And let's get started. And the crazy man in the shadows is our DM tonight, Jason. Take it away, buddy.
I have incriminating evidence. That could lead. Okay, all right. So anyways, I'm coming to you live once again from my parents' basement, this time with dramatic lighting. Honestly, if I could figure out how to generate this effect on myself at my new desk, I would go for it. Just putting that aside. So it's been a little bit of time. We did do a off-band sort of catch-up session last week, and last we left our heroes, they were at the Elf Song Tavern to hear the once again restarted Elf Song, and were able to transcribe the lyrics that had been uttered by the ghost inside the Elf Song Tavern. And as they were wrapping up their business, Marty was approached by a gaudily dressed, high-class looking woman who introduced herself very over the top, is probably the best way to put it. And it was revealed simply through this person leaning forward and mentioning that they had come by their tower, and this is the wizard Rasmuth, who has a tower inside of Baldur's Gate and has answered the group's summons. And that is where we will pick up, inside the Elf Song Tavern, and just as this figure has introduced themselves.
So Silkaz, anyway, as I was talking about,
sorry. Oh, you guys were talking. You guys can,
what?
Wizard Rasmuth is here.
Oh! Okay.
Now,
Okay.
aren't you all fantastic?
Oh, he called me fantastic.
Oh,
I like you. You know what? The coloring's good. Who do you do to get your clothes? Or is that all illusion magic? Like, do you make the illusion magic on your clothes?
They'll sort of like draw their eyes closed in like a line and analyze you, and then say, "A wizard never reveals their tricks, dearest. Make room, make room."
Oh yeah, of course. Do you want some of the this thing I'm having? I actually don't know what it is. Silk has ordered it for me. What
It's
is
sangria.
this? Oh, sangria again. Do you want some? You got to tell me now, cause I drink straight from the pitcher, darling.
Oh, no, I'll when the server comes over, I will have my regular. So, what business is it that brought you by my tower?
Well, I'll be honest. At the time, we were wondering about the cult of the Dead Three and whether or not you had any personal information pertaining to them. That's the word. So, yeah, that's where we can start. Specifically, do you know how long have you been here? Would you say?
You sort of see a moment of disassociation. I'm not quite sure. Probably somewhere in the vicinity of several hundred years at least.
Really quick, Echo. Big Peter Nerea vibes from Ramsith right now.
Yes! Yeah! I'm trying to place it. Thank you. God, Peter Narayam. Anyways, sorry.
Do you know how long the cult cycles have been happening?
Yeah, like how many times have you seen this specific type of cult activity show up?
Twice.
Just twice?
Once about 30 or so years ago, and once about 50 or so years ago.
Oh, so this has happened 3 times. Okay. Interesting. You know what? That's... You said 80, right? 80, then 50?
30. 30, dear. And then 50.
I trust Marty or one of y'all can do the math on that. I never actually graduated high school.
So the first time it happened was 80 years ago, and then the second time it happened was 30 years ago. So it seems like 50 years between the first, 30 years between the second one now.
Sure, I'll trust him on that.
Was it as... what's the word? Was it as intense as it is now? Were murders happening the same as they were then?
Well, I would quite say that 30 years ago it was worse.
Okay.
They say Baal himself was behind it. I don't know if I quite believe it, but they seem to think that he was here, walking the lands amongst us.
Avatar of Baal?
What's that?
Like an avatar of Baal, necessarily? Was that the word that
No,
people use?
because the ball spawn. That's when all the ball spawn got, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can't
I
really,
guess.
so I don't, because what they're afraid of is an avatar, a ball,
Becoming.
right? Or
Yeah,
something.
that
I
makes sense.
mean,
That makes sense.
Yes, it was Baal's failsafe, or that's what the word. That's what the word was. Is that it was Baal's failsafe. He left progeny behind, and whoever should remain the final one would once again take on the avatar form. They call it rather unoriginally the Slayer. I'd say beastly-like creature with 4 arms. I don't necessarily know if there's any truth in that, but that is, or at least 30 years ago, what the cult believed.
say that one more time.
Which part?
How many arms?
Four.
The Slayer bit.
4 arms, bestial creature, large. They said 8 feet tall.
Really quickly, speaking
Yes.
out of character, I don't have my... I can get my notes on hand, but it'll take 2. What was... Were Jetto's appendages described to us at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. On top of that, do you happen to know any particular cult locations within Baldur's Gate?
I can't say that I do, dear. I think they have a tendency to move about. Each time they go about this, they establish a new hideout, and then some adventurers will come and root them out, and the whole cycle begins anew. At this point, wait, they're waving down the bartender who is bringing over a beverage.
Oh my gosh, dear! Thank you so much for calling the waiter over. Whatever you got, I'll pay for it. Can I get another pitcher of sangria? Can I get a martini? And then can I get
Can I get an appletini?
yeah, and an appletini, that would be good too. And you know what? Do you got like shakes? You know, like do you got like what are they called? You know, when it's like a smoothie, but it's
A
not.
milkshake?
No, not with milk. I'm lactose intolerant. It's like fruits.
Yeah, there's a smoothie. It's a fruit smoothie.
Slushy?
Yeah, can I get a
Slushy?
fruit smoothie, but like instead of water, it's alcohol?
Oh, a daiquiri.
A daiquiri. Marty, you are so smart. Can I get a
Thank
daiquiri too?
The server is just kind of looking on, and it is like, yeah, we don't exactly have a, Lantonville margarita maker.
Okay,
So
scratch all
iced
that
beverages
then.
are okay.
Well, it appears it's my own damn fault.
Triple shot of whiskey. Then I want a thimble of vodka, and then I want a thing of apple juice.
That I can probably make happen.
Okay, cool. Don't mix them together. I do that. And then a lime and a thing of salt.
Got it. He takes the drink off the platter that he has and puts it down in front of Rasmuth, and it is a martini. Who then promptly picks it up and continues to sort of gesture with it. The server departs.
Well, that's good to know, but a little bit frustrating if they constantly move.
Well, I don't think it's they constantly move. I mean, they constantly move to hint them because they live a while. But I mean, like they don't move to us. I think.
Yeah.
Until we go in and like everybody.
Sure.
Do you know precisely what? We went to a little Kalimshan performance, and based on the performances there, we can get an idea of what they think of each of the dukes. But here, do any of them have a particular reputation or knowledge that you might have?
They're all quite respected, given their positions of higher authority. Most normal people here in Baldur's Gate don't pay them much mind or think about them, if I'm honest. Kathir Jasso has a particular reputation for being a very cunning and sometimes almost cruel businessman with his law firm and practices. And then you've got Thamara Van Thamper. She's quite well liked, despite being quite busy due to the fact that she purports that she came up from the streets, was not born into a position to become a duke like many of the others, like Belen Stelmane, for example, who just, I think, is bored with it all. Or at least that seems to be the case. There hasn't been much in the way of substance from the Stelmane dukedom. But nevertheless, and then obviously the Flaming Fist, they'll always have someone amongst the Grand Dukes. It's the way it is. Sometimes they ascend to Grand Duke, other times they just have a seat at the table. It doesn't really matter which of them it is, except for their own personal glory.
Is Starmane a flaming fist?
No. No.
Sorry. Sorry.
No. I'm quite interested to hear what you know.
Oh, well, I mean, it's obviously the fellow that okay, so I've had 2 sangria pictures by now. It's Zalj. It's a fellow that Zalj is back in. You know,
Oh,
tasty little you know,
Oh, shit.
it's like a type of liquor, porter.
yes,
Porter's a Grand Duke? Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Dillard
Her-
Porter.
her cousin.
You hit that. That's right.
Yes, Duke Dillard.
Dillard.
Dillard Porter. Currently the understudy to the Grand Duke, who, it is my understanding, is quite missing.
Oh, yes. Quick question, completely unrelated. Van Thamba said to own the singular bathhouse, but there is supposedly another somewhere in Baldur's Gate. Do you happen to know the location?
Well, there's a number of bathhouses throughout Baldur's Gate. I believe that there is at least 7. Did you have a particular area that you were looking in for this illicit bathhouse? The ones I'm thinking of would be ones that were certainly managed by the Duke of the Underways.
Oh, so she does know about all of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think I know what angle you're getting at here, Silkez. Let me see if I can narrow this down on. Well, while I'm looking for all this, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, not at all, dear. That's why I'm here.
So, what do you do for fun besides all the shape shifting and wearing good colors?
That is what I do for fun.
Really? Just all that? You just shapeshift? You don't like collect anything?
No.
You just get into all kinds of mischief?
Yes, I create all different kinds of mischief, give the people of Baldur's Gate great stories to swap at establishments such as this.
That is really cool. You know, if you ever need help raising some scunion, being a little hellion, I've got plenty of experience doing that. Now, thinking of experience. Nope, that's not it. Wait, nope, here it is. Yeah, so it's for sure. Yeah, we gotta lead into a place, and we need to find what bathhouse it is. And we know it's one of the ones that Thelmira is leading up on. What's your take on her specifically? Because Zalj is real keen on getting her set up.
I don't really know that much about her other than what is publicly uttered. She seems quite busy, but of the dukes that are currently jostling for position as Grand Duke, she's the least objectionable, I would think.
Well, Zodge has a vested interest in setting her up to fail. Which, obviously, he does because he's backing Commander Porter, who, if he becomes the Grand Duke, he's elevated in status, etc., etc.
Yeah, Zalj seems
Ah.
real keen on keeping the status quo.
The only one that I
Interesting.
can think of is it's considered illegal because it's not technically under Van Thamper reach or under Van Thamper knowledge, technically. But the name of it we didn't get, so I'm afraid that the location and the name is a bit questionable.
They'll sort of think, and take a sip out of their drink and say, "Is there a part of town or anything else you could give me that I might be able?" There are several sort of under the table bathhouses as well. I-
So I'm not sure if this will help any, but another big clue we got was the Manor District. We know that there's a big kind of hoopla relating to the cult in the Manor District.
Curious. I can't say I've heard anything in that direction myself.
Jen,
Well, thank
do
you.
you know how old the different dukes are?
They are all fairly on in their years. With the exception of Kathir Jasso being a half elf and all, he ages a little bit differently. But I think most of them are in their 60s or 70s, all human with the exception of Jasso.
Do any of them have children that are in their 30s? Or early 30s?
I know that Thelmara has children. I do not know their ages. I believe Belen Stelmane's children are quite out of the nest at this point. Duke Dillard Porter has I believe, a daughter. And I can't speak for Kathir Jasso. I don't know much about the man outside of what's spoken about him in business circles.
Do you know what he looks like?
Yeah, what did you say Kathir Jessa was? Did you say, was it half
Half
elf?
elf. Yes, half
He's
elf.
a half elf. He keeps himself quite proper.
Oh,
That could be the guy you met.
that could be. Okay, that's interesting. Because I did totally eavesdrops on him talking to my lawyer.
Owen's gonna speak up. Didn't I say the bathhouse was near the statue?
Well, did she say that the bathhouse was near the statue?
I thought it
Let me-
was. I thought it was Jen that said it to Olin. I thought I gave you that information.
Yeah.
Near a statue. A statue.
The maiden statue.
Oh.
Your hand gestures are immaculate, Jason.
It's amazing.
Yes, there is a bathhouse there. Well, underground, not above. I, if now you'll find this quite funny. I was disguised as a snake, and I was working my way through the sewer system, as it were, underneath the sort of district in which the maiden's the maiden's statue sits, and I came upon such a place. It's run out of it's a butcher's shop, I believe, that's near the maiden's statue. You go in there. I believe it is a hobgoblin man who runs the butchery. I don't know exactly how you gain entry, but I do know that there is a bathhouse of sorts underneath the butchery. So, if If it is a illicit bathhouse near the Maidenhead statue you're looking for, I'd go to the butchery.
Okay, so a hobgoblin butchery with bathhouse underneath, and then the that's near in Maiden statue. Olin, good catch. You are so smart. Olin? You know what? I've been saving this, and she'll pat around, and then she'll like plunge her hand into her bag, and then she'll pull out a like half-used sheet of stickers, and she'll unpeel a gold star and gently put it on his shoulder, and then stuff it back into her bag.
Marty looks intensely jealous.
Got a gold star? 'Cause you're my golden star.
He waits for her to look away, and he'll take it and like put it on the table.
Well, she ain't looking away. She's
Oh, he'll
still
wait then.
staring.
He'll wait then. If I have to, I'll sleight of hand the fuck out of this.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that information. Do you know where we could find any resources, or do you yourself have any resources concerning the companion?
The companion?
El Terrell.
Ah, yes, the magical orb that floats above the city that banishes the undead. Specific information? I know that it is celestial in origin, but that is about as much as I know. I've never studied it at length.
Do you know anything about the disappearance of El Terrell?
I've heard it's disappeared, and I've heard that those that didn't disappear with it have come to the gates of Baldur's Gate, and the Flaming Fist are being none too welcoming to them. But I do not know anything with regards to the disappearance, or how it happened, or what mad event it could have been that caused it. I am just saying, and this is an opinion, not fact. Isn't it quite suspicious that El Terrell disappears right around the time that the death curse is winding down? It wasn't that different of a time frame between when the disappearance occurred and when the death curse ended. I think there may be something to that. I can't prove it, but
Actually, might have been. If there was one.
what was that?
What do you think, if there was a connection, what do you think the connection might have been?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's correlation, causation, these types of things. There were grand, large-scale things happening across all of Faerun because of this curse, and then just an entire city up and disappears? Hardly a coincidence.
Maybe the companion picked it up and took it away.
And put it somewhere else.
Yeah, what if it was like a rapture? Y'all know what a rapture is, right?
Yes.
Or is that...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. I honestly wasn't sure if that was just a Luskin thing.
I think all of the different deities have their own versions of it. It's silly.
The first thing I heard it called was an apocalypse. So, but Rapture's more religion-based.
Very good song.
That being said, are you the one who is dressing up as Fabius Krieg and standing on the ramparts of Baldur's Gate?
Explain to me what this Fabius Krieg looks like. I take on many guises.
White robes, has the symbol of the Van. It was the Van Thampa family on his robes.
Maybe no.
Fabius Krieg. I don't think we got any proper details on how he looks. Just the name.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
do you walk the ramparts? Wait.
not with any regularity, though if I do go up there, it's usually as a bird or something with good eyesight, so I can take in the sights. And also, if the figure is wearing white, that's not me. It's not my color.
I love them.
Spectacular.
Oh, Lynn, wasn't your bedroom visitor wearing white?
Oh,
I know, it's exactly like I think it is.
Jason, I don't think so, right?
what's that? What was the
He
question?
wasn't wearing white.
Yeah, he does wear white.
He was. There was blood
Yeah,
stain.
he was. Yeah, because he was also the guy that was wearing white at the balcony when we went to the play.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was wearing white garments.
Maybe you should call up your nighttime friend that only you've been able to see and see if he's been walking around the ramparts and that's what everyone's been seeing as Fabius Krieg.
How would I do that?
Just, I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
You know?
I've never had a bedroom visitor come back after the first time.
I don't know.
Weren't you married?
Yeah, weren't you married?
Well, being married's way different than a bedroom visitor.
Love her.
Honestly, dear,
anyway.
it depends on what type of games you're into playing.
Quit it. I don't know. You didn't even figure that out? You didn't even say, oh, if you ever need me, here's like a drop location.
It just happened. It didn't just happen like last night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was last night. Jesus Christ.
Time.
It's
I don't
only
know.
been 3 days.
Yeah. 8 episodes. It's only been 3 days. I don't know.
God, it's only been 8 episodes.
Well, okay, so some guy came into your room and he didn't even like set up a little. What are we gonna do if I ever want to see you again? Look to me at the Northern Star. None of that. You just.
Why would I look at Northern Star?
Cause. Oh, Olin, there's so many books I have to show you.
I was gonna say, that sounds like one of
I'll have to
those
see that.
Herman books. Rosemary, that's the one.
Yeah, for Rosemary. She's very good.
Okay.
Anyway, just I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just act really in distress, or we'll just kill a bunch of cultists, and he'll show up.
So the reason why Fabius Krieg came into question was because he was apparently one of the founders of El Terrell, and he was a pretty big deal, from what I can gather from my notes.
Yes, the overseer. He's effectively their mayor, governor, for lack of a better explanation.
Yes, and he's been reported as being seen upon the ramparts. And if you don't know what he looks like, then I suppose you're not him.
They'll shrug.
Would you like some spinach dip?
Door?
Well, it feels kind of rude for you to come all the way out here and see us and us not treat you in some way.
Well, I'm already paying for his martinis, so we ain't gotta worry about that.
I'll pay for his
I was
food.
gonna look around. Is anybody like trying to keep an ear out
Their
for the
food.
conversation?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, 15.
No, it doesn't really seem like much attention is being paid to you guys' conversation. Most everybody seems to be just involved with their drinks. Nothing suspicious.
Okay, go keep chill.
All right. Okay, back to business, and I'm done ripping on Olin. Do you know a strange, tall, blonde, sunburnt man with white robes? Just while we're talking about it.
They'll shake their head and say, well, I'm sure I've seen people like that. No one of note sticks out to me, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, that's all. Second question. Let's see. Do you know? Okay, I mean, we know what a ball spawn is, right? Like a spawn, a ball. Do you have any other insights into ball spawn? Like anything you think we might not know? Anything we can look up and read?
They're always at the front of these sort of little cult pop-ups, for lack of a better term. They're always at the front of it. They're trained to be at the front of these groups, to recruit people into a cult while keeping it small, localized in an area. They're taken in, sometimes stolen, kidnapped from across the world, brainwashed sometimes, indoctrinated others into running these cult groups across the world. The cultists place them in high regard because they're Baal progeny.
Yes.
Ah, yes. They certainly are.
Let's see what else I got. Do you have any... Give me a second. Do you have any insight into fighting cultists? Anything that might spring up on you if you were to, I don't know, come in a group of 4 and violently assault their base?
Can't say that I would necessarily recommend that, but at the end of the day, most of them are just people.
Gotcha. Okay, most of them.
Do they tend to know any kind of magic or anything like that?
You do have to keep in mind, while the cult surrounding Baal is the largest active part of the Cult of the Dead Three, there is still Bane and Mikral worshippers, and I would say that magically you may have to be worried about Mikral followers having some capability of necromantic magic, but I wouldn't think it would be too much.
Micro followers are necromancers.
And
But
Bane,
that's why I'm here.
Bane followers are they're just less sneaky versions of the same cultists. They're more likely to hit you with a mace than stab you with a poisoned dagger, where Baal is a little bit more clandestine in the way it encourages followers to commit crimes.
Good to know, good to know. Bane followers tend to be more quote-unquote barbaric, you would say?
No, if I would call them barbaric, actually, if anything, I would call them more... They tend to have codes and ethics, almost like knights. They're just evil.
Evo Knights. Evo
That's good to know. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm all plumb out of. I mean,
All
all I've got
questions?
after here is small and sweet talk.
Question? I have a question.
Certainly, dear.
Marty will reach deep into her pocket and pull out the seal that she had found at the pawn shop and hold it out to Rasmuth. Do you know what this is a symbol of?
Sort of take a look and size it up and say, I can't quite say that I do. Sorry, I wish I could be more assistance. Bless you, whoever that was.
Thank you, sorry. That's a shame. Thank you, though. And Marty will take it back.
Not a problem.
Then,
Did you all have anything else for me?
I can't think of
Thanks.
anything.
Many thanks.
My business card. I do tailoring.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tuck it into the cleavage line of.
That's what I do. I have never felt so vindicated. Oh my gosh, I keep so much in here. I got my keys. I've got a shot glass.
A shot glass.
Yeah, I got a shot glass.
as
I once
a-
hid a whole bottle of wine.
as you are speaking, he sort of makes a motion with his hand and transforms into what looks to be sort of a little bit larger than normal monarch butterfly, and just
Wait, I think Marty had a question. Did you have a question, Marty?
Not anyone that particularly. That was cool, though! Talk about an accent! And Marty's just watching the butterfly now.
He just like,
He's just like that.
and then he was
They're
like,
very cool.
Hmm.
and then they were just a butterfly, and then they just left. And it was nobody's looking at the butterfly. Do you
Yeah,
think
the
Rasmuth
butterfly.
needs us to open the front door for him?
I'm sure that there's a window that they can fly out of somewhere. Are there any windows?
so as you scan around for windows, you see the butterfly go up to the front door, and then it grows a human arm,
Oh god!
grabs onto the door, tosses it open, and the arm shrinks back down and continues flapping.
That was the weirdest answer. Congrats!
Can I have a sip of your sangria, Jeremy? Please.
Yeah, 1 second. What was that?
That was
Here you go.
Thank you. That was horrifying, actually. I didn't like that.
The arm just came out of him.
It was nice. It was not nice.
No.
Does it not have... Do they not have Mage Hand? I thought that was like a standard spell for spell... Never mind.
Why
It's
would you do-
Ramsith. It's
Why
Ramsith.
would you do Mage Hand if you can get out an arm out of,
You'd think it'd be more... Never mind. I'm not thinking about it anymore.
Yeah. Have I told you guys about my bucket list?
What's your
Um,
bucket list?
Well, the bucket list is for like things I want to do before I die.
Yes, I know what a bucket list is, but what's
Oh.
yours?
Well, I've crossed off most of. Well, actually, I've only crossed. So I haven't crossed off any of it. But it's something about a shapeshifter,
I mean,
Jeremina, we ain't close like that.
Miss. No, I said Jeremina. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
That's my mic. Sorry. But I don't need to know that.
Does he? Do they even think about that? Do they even consider stuff like that? They feel more like an entity rather than a
Right,
being.
no, I fully agree there that Rasmuth is definitely. I mean, Rasmuth's just here for like gaffs and giggles. But there's other shapeshifters.
Yep. I don't know where I'm going to find information about this thing.
Alright. Well, that was. What else do we have planned by the end of this? Hold on.
So, can I see the sending stone I gave you, or did you already hand that back to me?
Oh, no, I have it. He reaches into his pocket and holds it out for her.
Oh, thank you. And she will start dismantling it and continue working on putting together her mind
We
sharpener.
do
that-
have to figure out where to sleep tonight.
Did we want to stay here?
I'm not sure on that because we still got our friends by us.
Oh, and we do. Okay, hold on. So we have to deliver them to the blacksmith tomorrow, right? And
Yes.
then later on in the afternoon, do we also have to stop by? Was it Stelmane Manor?
I believe so. I have the clock to deliver, and you all were going to come with me. Or some of you were. I'm not sure. We're figuring that out still. But I do have that to deliver tomorrow, like regardless.
Yes. Yes,
Artistic
Stelmane
rendition.
Manor. Oh, that's spectacular.
Jesus, Fish.
Oh god.
Look, artistic.
Oh god, I hate it.
So you have to deliver the clock to Stelmane Manor tomorrow, and then we also have to drop off our party tomorrow. And all that can happen tomorrow. We have to figure out where we're bunking tonight, and we don't want it to be here.
And not at the 3 old kegs.
And not at 3 Kegs.
Do we? Was the low lantern taken? Yeah, the low lantern had
The low
rooms.
lantern was an option. Ladies' Hall, low lantern, and here were other options.
Alright, but are we feeling like ladies? Are we feeling like it's a ladies' night? Or are we feeling like it's a pirate night?
I would like to at least see the ladies' hall before we decide to go to the low lantern, because that's one place we haven't been, and I don't particularly want to stay in the low lantern.
Sounds good with me. Ladies' night, ladies' hall it is.
All right. So, after you guys finish up your food and pay your bill, you are you're able to navigate to the ladies' hall. The ladies' hall is in the area of the House of Wonders. It is, however, quite different in contrast to those two structures. It is very, very small. It looks to be probably about the size of like a basically like a standard 3 or 4 bedroom house. And as you guys approach it, it's kind of standing on its own in the middle of a little square. And as you approach it, you see a coin symbol that kind of like denotes or marks the entrance. For those of you with proficiency in religion, you would recognize this as a symbol of Timora. And as you approach the building, it becomes very clear that the sort of small lower first floor is a gambling hall, and you can hear the sounds of people talking or conversing over card games. And if you peer in, you can see that the first floor is just sort of a array of card tables. There is what looks to be almost like a concierge desk, and there is a stairway up. It does seem like there are rooms here. There's just probably not that many.
So it looks like space is at a premium here.
Well, I mean, but we're just getting a room for us two.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, yeah. Did we all want to stay in the same spot, or did we want to split up for the night?
How far away is the ladies' hall from Marty's house?
Probably pretty close, I would imagine.
Like within a mile?
What's that?
Like within a mile or further?
Yeah, probably within a mile.
How far is
Okay,
the
yeah.
temple?
The temple is like 1 block over. Like
Down the street.
Yeah, it's down the street.
Okay.
Well, this is even a better spot then, honestly.
Alright, then, I think we've got it sorted.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll go up. I'll get us a room. All y'all promise to be safe, right? When we go our separate ways, the two of y'all.
Yes.
Erlen, would you walk Marty home?
Of course.
Alright.
3. Maybe 3, I'll be fine.
It's not for your sake.
Well, fair
I
enough.
know we know you have EV3, but it feels better.
That's fair. Whatever makes you guys comfortable.
Alright, I'll go get us a room.
Alright. I'll be up shortly. Alright, Olin? Good luck. And that's a bardic inspiration on you, Olin.
How long does that last?
Like 10 minutes.
Oh, so we're just instantly walking Marty back? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
That's what he says, like, before you guys go, is...
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Well, probably before the 10 minutes he'll just look back to see if anybody's following them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
What is it? What's up?
Marty would also have EV3 make sure that they're on lookout as well.
Okay. You can both roll perception then.
Sweet.
How much is what's the bardic inspiration?
D6.
D6.
Uh,
18.
Okay.
oof. Oh, 17.
Okay. Both EV3 and you, Olin, are able to determine that it is not likely that you are being followed.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, Marty is not the one with stuff on. Not the one cursed or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, Olin will drop Marty off, and then he's actually gonna go back towards the tavern.
Oh,
Back towards Elf Song?
Where they're staying. Go ahead, Sam, sorry.
No, you're okay. Did you want to take EV3 with you? Since you're walking alone?
No. Is to what language did we figure out you and I can speak?
Dwarvish.
We both speak Dwarvish.
Okay. I'm
Or
not
Gnomish,
doing a Dwarvish. I'm not doing a Scottish accent for this. Um, it's just easier for me to sneak. EV3's a little loud for me.
That's that's fair. They're a little loud. I'll give them that.
Brr.
Oh, hush. You're lovely in every other way.
But have a good night, and I see you in the morning.
Good. Good luck.
He'll nod and head off. He's gonna go back to where they're staying, and what he's going to do is essentially till the last required second before he has to go back to the temple to trance, he's going to basically just monitor and patrol the area.
Okay, cool. You do that.
I have a scene I want to do with Silkez over the long rest, and then I want a scene with, like, I guess the group, but mostly Marty, in the morning when we sit down for breakfast. If that's cool.
Yep, no problem. Let me just... Yeah, we'll do that. So, you guys are able to get a room at the ladies' hall fairly easily. However, it is expensive, and it will run you 4 gold for the night to stay there. If you should choose to stay there, you find that the 4 gold, there's actually a very good reason for that, because the 3 rooms that exist on the upper floor of the ladies' hall are really, really nice. They're basically like suite quality rooms. So they are expensive, but there is sort of like the free soap is really nice.
Got free soap, free lotion.
Jermina doesn't indulge the cost of the room. If like Silka's asked, she'll just be like, "Oh, worth every copper."
Are you sure? Because I do technically have an estate I can pull from.
No, Silkaz, I don't want you to bother your lady or whoever else you're taking money from. Just save it for the emergencies, or just pay me back down the road.
Not a problem.
As they're wrapping up for the night, Jermina has gotten changed into her nightwear, and she's I think she's like sitting in front of a like vanity, and she's slowly like taking down her curls, taking out her hairpins, taking down like everything, and it's a slow process. And she takes off her horn caps, and she wedges like teeth caps off, revealing the like obsidian natural black teeth she has. And then she starts the grueling process of taking off the trapping. She kind of hides her wings. It's just like an hour-long thing of her dressing down. And I think it's about when she's like started to rub the makeup off of her face that she'll turn to Silkez. And what is Silkez doing?
Silkez has changed into a bathrobe. He has brushed out his hair, braided it, and put it in a very carefully... For Silkez, it's messy, but it's still like... It's a loose bun, and he's sitting there. He's taken off his gloves, and underneath his gloves is just a series of small bandages and whatnot. Especially around his like fingernails, which despite it, he is sitting there taking immaculate care of his fingernails and making sure that everything is filed perfectly, basically acting like nothing's wrong. And he's giving Jermina her space. The way he's situated on their bed is basically he's not fully turned away, but he's like sideways. So if she were to turn and speak to him, he would be able to turn and look at her.
Silkez.
Hmm?
Do you think they're gonna be alright?
I'm fairly certain they will.
They're just so... I know they ain't young. I mean, I know that they're older than us. But they're so... I mean, we'd been places, we'd done things, we'd been out there. You know, and I'm not trying to make a joke for once, but I mean, like, I mean, if we die, we've done things. We you know, I got to be a mom. All right, not a good mom, not a mom for very long, but I at least got what I wanted out of life. But I mean, like, who's... I mean, who's going to be sad if they died?
Well, Marty, at least. I know
I mean,
her mom would be sad.
I mean,
Marty has family.
but does Marty's family know her?
Do we know her?
I mean, no, but we... I mean, but we have a chance to.
Mhm.
And I mean, Olin... I mean, I'm sure Jeremina would remember his name, but I can't. I mean, Olin's, you know, dad would care. Jacques. But I mean, I feel like Jacques sees him as like... You know, I mean, he sees him like the god machine. He's just another... I mean, it's like stigmata or whatever. You know, I mean, it's just proof. Like, is Olin even a person to him? Does he even know what Olin gets up to? Does he know that Olin's attentive and has all those weird quirks?
I'm certain, at least, Jacques does know of Olin's little quirks, but he doesn't question them in the same way that we have.
And
where
isn't that...
we have pried into, well, what do you remember, Olin? I don't think Jacques has done that in the same way.
It just makes me really sad thinking about, I mean, the ball spawn, the victims. I mean, one of them, his mom isn't even picking up, asking after him. What are they going to do with the bodies? Nobody's going to be there to tuck them in or identify them. She'll kind of exhale, and then she'll get up out of her chair and kind of hold her hands in front of her very, like, sheepishly, and kind of, like, teeter over to the bed and sit down on the corner of it, tuck her knees up to her chest and sort of, like, rotate towards Silkez, and she'll say, I just think it's horrible that they're in this. I deserve to be in this. And maybe you do too. I don't know your story, but I'm sure it's something I'm sure you've done stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the other two, I mean, what could they have done? Olin's a victim. Marty's just never left the house, which is, you know, I think the worst thing.
Why do you think you deserve it?
Well, I've done terrible stuff.
But that doesn't mean you deserve this.
I'm sure I do.
Why?
I'm not about to go off and tell you my whole life story, but I mean, I was a terrible wife, a absent mother. I mean, my little boy's having his birthday soon, and I am not going to be there.
But that doesn't mean you deserve any of this.
Oh, well, hush up. Of course it does. Maybe
What?
not by your standards, but by mine.
Well, yeah. Well, there's the difference.
Go screw yourself. Anyways, what I was trying to get at is, I think I'm scared, Silkez, about all of this. The ball spawn, the Slayer. I crack jokes at it, but I mean, someone got into Olin's room, and he's a little looky-loo. Nothing gets his grasp, and someone got into his room. And you're being hunted?
Mm-hmm. Would it help to know that I'm scared too?
I think you're being sweet to me. And
No.
lying.
Mm-mm. I am. Genuinely. I've lived my life scared a lot of the time, and this time isn't any different. It's just the consequences are more... Well, actually, they're the same as they ever were. Because, as you said, someone got into Olin's room. And being hunted, that doesn't scare me. I've been hunted before. But there are people and things out there that are looking to kill a group of people that I'm associated with. And that does make me scared. Because
Sure. I think she's
the more
gonna
things
lay
change, the more
down.
they stay the same.
She's gonna lay down in the middle of the bed and reach up a hand and pat Silkez's back. And she'll say, "You don't have to sleep on the other side of the bed if you don't want to. I'm not particularly into it anymore either. Um,
Silkez is going to scoot up so his back is on the head of the bed and his legs are next to Jeremina's head, and he's just going to pat his lap. Do you like your hair played with?
You know what? I sure do. I was never much of a tender-headed person. You're gonna have to ignore the horns, though. They have grown a little bit.
Just don't stab me in the stomach, and I'm sure I'll be fine.
She'll kind of scooch upwards and put her head in his lap.
Jeremina getting her hair played with.
You know, my ex-husband used to like to do this. I think you two should meet. You'd catch on like wildfire.
I used to do this for my brothers. Whenever we were stressed because there was another threat, it was just something I would do to help them calm down. It always helped.
She's asleep.
Just... Silkez will look down and see her asleep. And just... Good night, Jeremina. Sleep well. And scene.
Great. And with that brings us to the a long rest, bringing us into the next day. Olin, you do patrol about, but there doesn't appear to be much happening this evening out and about in the world of Baldur's Gate around the Three Old Kegs.
No.
Elfsong?
No,
No.
no. I was at their place. I was
Oh,
watching
okay.
their area.
Got it. Same story is true there. Not much is going on in the evening air around Baldur's Gate this
10-4
evening.
dinosaur.
All right. And with that, we begin the next day. What are you guys looking to do?
Um,
Getting breakfast.
Yeah, Fish had one more thing I think that she wanted to do, right?
Yep. She wanted to speak with Marty at breakfast, I believe.
So the party, I don't think the ladies' hall had breakfast, and I don't think even if they did, she would be like, unless it's like a continental breakfast included with the room, she'd be like, let's go somewhere nice and also has coupons. And as
Places
they're
around
tuck
here.
yeah, and as they're tucking into breakfast, Jeremina has like back on of all of her usual like accoutrements, like her dental caps, her wings are bound behind her back.
Silk has put braids on this side of her hair.
No.
Yeah, and I think her hair is loose. She usually has it bound back in some way, but I think with the braid, she's kind of showing that off. And she's in her little cute detective outfit, but she doesn't have any makeup on. And she kind of has like a little bit of splotchy skin, like crow's feet, aging marks, the typical. But as they're like sitting around the table, she's gonna lean over to Marty and go, "Marty, can I ask a question?"
Marty,
Scratch that. I'm gonna ask it, but you don't have to answer. Is that better?
sure.
Okay.
For reference, because Fish got to describe what she looks like. Marty also has her hair slightly down. She still has her braids in for the most part, but on sort of like keeping the hair out of her head, out of her face, and she has like her usual sort of like little bags under her eye and pale and etc. But she also has on the vest that she had made yesterday, and it looks quite nice. I'm sure Jeremina helps her make sure it fit perfectly and all that. She'll look over and say, sure, Jeremina? What's up?
How old are you, honey?
I'm
This is a
52.
two-part question. All right, if you're 52, why do you still live with your mom, and you're able to make, automatic tawnies like that? When I was 17 and I was making full-body jumpsuits, and I mean, pretty other impressive tailoring wares and getting into blacksmithery and all that. I mean, my parents were long dead, so, well, not dead. They're still technically missing. I mean, I was out of the house at like 14. If I could do the things you do, again with the automatic tinnies, I'd sayonara, lady. I'll send a Christmas card, candle nights card. Why do you live with your mom? Why are you still here?
A little bit different for dwarves. There's a tendency to enjoy generational housing. That's something, and then like I'm only 52. Like that's like you only like really become an adult when you're like around 50 to begin with. So I'm pretty young for a dwarf.
Sure, but I mean, you don't live with dwarves. You live with a bunch of humans.
Well, I mean that doesn't mean that you don't respect cultural traditions.
Sure, I guess, but I feel like with an automatonic tinny, I mean, I don't know, it just feels like you live under a lot of people's thumbs for someone who's probably the most talented person here. And I don't mean here at this table, I mean here in all of Baldur's Gate. Like,
I don't think that's necessarily true. There's the entire, like, you saw what Jacques was able to make. That was very impressive. I could never do that.
Jacques made an 8-ball machine. Like,
It's still more accurate, as far as we know, than, like,
we only asked it
Random.
2 things. Like,
Mhm.
our sizing pool on it ain't that great, but EV3 ain't mess up once. Like,
Well, it was work. It was a lot of work to make that happen. But no, I don't live under my mom's thumb. She's. I think I had mentioned that I was always a pretty sickly kid, and honestly, I still kind of am now. So having someone like EV3 is helpful, but like there's only so much I can teach EV3 or program, I suppose, is more accurate, into it. So having someone around that's a person is more helpful, and
then
you
you
know
get a
that's
roommate.
uh, no, I like my mom. She can be a handful sometimes, but all parents are.
Okay. I mean, if your answer is it all boils down to culture and tradition, that's fair. I mean, I lived up in Luskin. My
I'm
parents were
sure.
both elves, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's everyone has a different sort of story. Don't worry,
I
we're definitely allowed to
I
ask.
wasn't worrying. I was disappointed.
Then what?
What do you mean, and what?
I hadn't moved out yet.
I mean, I guess maybe it's not moving out, but I think Marty should be a bigger name than it is. Again, automatonic tinny. You make a sending stone just out of what? Gears and springs and your own thoughts?
Yeah. Well, it's. I'm still learning, but
Well, everyone's always learning.
Marty kind of reaches back and sort of scratches the back of her neck and smiles and says, like, only looking slightly awkward, but she says, well, I'm still trying to figure it out. I do sometimes kind of feel like a late bloomer, but I don't think there's something wrong with that necessarily. It's tough. But I'll eventually, once, I feel comfortable and doing so, maybe I'll move out. But that'll probably be a little while, and like mom still has her whole career going still, so it's not like she really needs me around financially. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll move out someday. I want to see the world eventually.
Well,
But
just contact a cleric and let me know, because chances are I'll be dead before then. But, I hope you get that.
thank you.
Anyways, did you see the waiter's face when I ordered that triple hot dog with a chili and all the fixins?
To be fair, that is quite horrifying for 10 in the morning.
I mean, it's a breakfast dog. You just like close your eyes and tell yourself over and over it's a breakfast food, and it works. And when you eat them all up like that, your body don't know the difference.
I'm okay.
I tell you, it works. I look great.
On the other side of the, are we good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the scene's over.
On the other side of the table, Silkes is sitting next to Olin, and and he asks, "So, did you see anything last night?"
No, it was really really fucking quiet around the area. How'd you know I was walking around last night?
Because you're you, Olin, and I haven't known you for that long, but I know you're the kind of person to keep a lookout for everybody else.
You had a close quarters combat person right next to you. I might as well give you guys some time to get ready in case something happens.
So, about Jedi, the guy who came into your room.
Yeah.
Was there anything off about him, other than being a ball spawn? There's no threat to you?
Can't promise that. There's no way
Fair.
I can, but he had a
But
shot.
he did want to kill you in that moment.
No, he had a shot. That'd be dead to rights on that one.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad it was quiet, but it does kind of make me more concerned, if I'm being honest.
Agree. I'll be doing this for a little bit longer.
Good to know. And the world is a little safer.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Did you want this Grand Slam?
Huh?
It's called a Grand Slam. 3 Old Kegs is the only one who makes it.
Okay.
And I've been dying to try it, but I don't think I can eat it all. This seems like a lot of food.
Sure. I just got that like black water stuff. They keep I don't know, they put it in front of me and I can't stop drinking it. So I'll sure.
Black water. I got it.
Yeah, this coffee is kind of disappointing around here. Anyways.
Sure.
So is everything okay over there?
Fine.
But yeah, so if you close the back of your throat, it all fits. And that's how you can get... I mean, that's how I've won every contest up in Luskin.
How's it
You
going
what?
over there, Silkas?
You did what?
Pie eating contests up in Luskin. I was telling Mari how I'd been winning all them.
What in the hell is a
What-
pie eating
Marty, like,
contest?
turns around and,
Never
like, she
been
looks...
to a pie eating contest.
No, it
Marty-
sounds sickening.
Marty, like, turns around to look at Silkas and Olin, and her face is just horrified. it's like, yeah,
Just
have
close
some
the
to go over
throat.
there.
That's what you got to do, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Owen, you keep that in mind.
Okay.
Ah!
Jeremina.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ah!
I'm making sure that this keeps our 18 up rating. Thank you guys.
You know
You're
what?
welcome.
Fair enough.
I'm making sure
Can't
there's no
argue with
minors
that,
here.
I guess.
Oh, bless.
Well, the lady on Twitch talked about closing your throat with a hot dog.
Hey, what?
That's what I want to be known for.
I get kicked off Twitch. We're not streaming anymore. We talk about
We
deep
didn't
throating
break
hot dogs now.
TOS. We didn't break. No, we didn't say
I was
that.
talking about pie
We
eating.
said closing the throat. We didn't say anything
Yeah,
about
for
deep
pie
throating.
eating.
Sam, that's on you.
That's a
Yeah.
totally different thing.
You
Yeah,
can do-
that's completely on you. I know what
yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking
fair enough.
about.
I got us kicked off Twitch. I got us kicked off Twitch. You can all blame me now.
Yep.
You're welcome. We don't have to stream anymore.
We'll just go to Facebook.
God,
God.
no.
Yeah, just Facebook Live it now. They don't care about anything over there.
That's true.
That's true. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's continue
So,
before we actually get
What
banned.
time do we want to head over to make sure that everyone is ready? Well, you know, Tarina and her roommate are ready.
I'm ready when you are.
Alright, so let's go.
All right, so you guys are making your way over to the Elf Song Tavern to reconvene with Tarina.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. You make your way up to the room and provide a knock, and you hear Tarina's voice from the other side and say, hello?
Yes, it's us. We are ready when you are.
Great, great. I'll be right out. And a little bit of time passes, and eventually Karina steps out, and she's being followed by a figure who has been clad in sort of just a head to toe robe, almost no skin visible whatsoever, just like just basically like a walking ghost, which presumably is is her roommate that she's trying to get out and away from the coast. Tarita herself is dressed in also garments that are definitely an attempt to obscure who she is. And she'll look at all of you and say, "All right, let's do this."
Okay. Olin, you're going to be needing to keep your head on that swivel. Silkez, be ready at any moment to do Silkez things. I'm so sorry.
wait.
I cannot hear you over the wind.
I do have invisibility prepared this time, in case of emergency.
And I went ahead and polished EV3 so that way they're nice and shiny and everyone looks at it.
You do look so handsome, EV3. EV3, I got a gift for you. Do you want it?
EV3 will look at Marty.
You're allowed to have gifts if you would like. Well,
Oh.
you don't have feelings.
Uh,
But
She plunges her hand into her bag and comes up, and it's a just like a suit bow tie,
oh my god!
probably made out of cultist robes.
Oh
And
my god!
she'll motion for EV3 to bend down so that she can put it on EV3.
EV3
Marty
will
looks so delighted.
bend over.
All right, and here you go, and here to tie it, and then there you go. So handsome. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
EV3 looks so cute! Oh my goodness!
Gold star.
Just put it on the chassis, just like right in the middle.
100% Olin's gold star's missing.
Chermina hasn't noticed, or if she has, she's keeping it in her pocket to have a meltdown about it later.
Logical.
Really hitting the mom strokes here.
Mm-hmm. As one should.
All right. You guys have some follow-on, folks. What is your plan? What are you doing to orchestrate this exit from the city?
Okay, so we do want to basically, so this is towards the group. We do want to lead them there and have them be at like the quote unquote center, so eyes towards them are less drawn, right?
Yes. It's basically we're being our most adventuring selves.
Did I say that
basically.
sentence right?
I couldn't. You said them a lot, so I didn't know which direction of them there was.
Sorry. We want Tarina and her roommate to walk like in between us all, so eyes are less drawn to them.
Got it. That makes more sense. Yes.
So, Kez, should we all just like really hit the brakes on the whole being adventure looking?
I don't know how to do. Well, I do know how to do that, but I've only got invisibility planned. The other thing that I would know how to do, I don't have. I can't make myself look any different, is what I'm saying.
Oh, like disguising yourself?
Yeah, I can't disguise myself.
Oh, hold it a second. Marty will go ahead and grab the EV3's bag of holding and like sort of like tussle through it for a second before pulling
We
out
are
like
not
a very
putting Silkheads in a bag. Oh,
no,
my
no,
bad.
no.
I'm sorry.
She
That was on me.
No, it's all right. I have learned that you guys don't like that plan, which fine, fair enough. And she pulls out a hat. They say that if you change your outfit halfway through, no one really notices you as much. So I have several different like hats in here. I have like it's almost like the disguise kit almost, but not quite. I didn't have makeup and all. But I can like it's all sized for me though, so I can like try to like disguise myself, I guess. But you know that could be helpful.
And I got a coat. I got a robe for you, Silkheads, that you can wear to be more, mystic looking.
No, this is not the cultist robes. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
Well, I
we
mean,
are.
the cultist robes are just black, like they aren't like.
But if we don't want to look more adventure-y, my point is we don't really want to look like ourselves because I'm a drow, you're a tiefling.
Hi.
Erlin and Marty can conceivably get away with it if we weren't with them.
Right, but us being away from them isn't really an option, because Olin is skittish around strangers, for lack of a better word. And I think Marty is very down to earth.
Okay.
On my own.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Right. What I can do. I can distract somebody with a sound, but that's really basic. That's if we get found out.
Well, I mean, weren't we bringing them in on a carriage, bringing them through security that way?
Yes.
Okay.
And we still don't know how they're going to hide them, or if they're going to hide them.
Well, I mean, probably just like a little false department.
Okay, if that's the case, then before she gets in the false compartment, I can cast invisibility on her, and that'll keep her hidden for about 2 hours, which should get her out of the gate.
Cool. And what we can do is, as we're passing through
Silka,
security...
really quick, Silka is going to motion to Tarina and be like, is that okay?
Karina will say, "That sounds fine. I mean, I imagine we're not going to have that much time in the city if the carriage or cart or whatever it is heading to Little Kalimsha, and it should be no more than 20-30 minutes."
Okay. You were saying, Jeremina. My apologies.
And what we can do is, as we're passing through security, I'm going to do this routine that I always like to do when I was helping smuggle contraband into Luskin. And it's called the I really gotta pee routine.
Okay.
So I can make sure they don't look too closely. And I promise, if y'all think I'm overbearing or annoying, I get worse.
Make it worse.
I always. Just when you think I can't, I get worse. So.
Okay. Erlen, you said you were a close combat fighter. Never mind. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's as set as we are going to get. Are we?
No.
Oh wait. Did we decide that we are going to follow the cart or ride with the cart?
Well, yeah, I think we gotta.
Okay. All right.
Just...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, because we gotta deliver them clocks on later, so this is just a part of that. We're just delivering stuff around.
Oh, that's true. And we can say we're doing it because we know the God damn it. We know the Swordmaster personally.
Exactly.
If they get all riled up about us, they might not look for other things. It's like that one story about the person that would like deliver bikes through Baldur's Gate a while ago, but then he pretended that it was like contraband, like in like big bags, but it was actually the bikes he was switching out.
Interesting. All right. Well, in any case, I think we're all set to go.
All right. So, you guys are heading to the forge
Yes.
where the cart. Okay. So you guys depart the Elfsong Tavern. Tarina is consistently keeping her head on a swivel, looking for presumably her old crew, who she believes to be out looking for her. However, you guys are able to make it to the forge where you are met by the proprietor, who is currently loading up a carriage filled with crates. And he sort of sees you all and like scurries inside, and doesn't really address you, sort of leaving you outside of the shop with the carriage. So you can either choose to follow him inside or however you want to negotiate it.
Okay, start loading them in. We're not
right,
waiting. Start loading them in.
All right. Do any of us want to go talk to him about it, or is it, or
No,
does it seem
no,
more
just-
like
Nope. This
Okay.
is we're putting him in.
plausible deniability? Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is there an empty crate in there or any space?
So as you sort of step up onto the carriage, it's been very carefully loaded in such a fashion where the sort of the sides have been well stacked and restrained, and then sort of in the middle there are a set of larger crates, which appear not to be nailed shut. They're just open.
All right. And are they empty?
If you move aside one of the lids, they do appear to be empty.
All right. So it appears that there's a couple of crates here. You guys can get in.
Okay. They will do so.
Okay, good job. All right, everyone empty your pockets. I know you got your bags on you. Just put the stuff on top of them. So if they do pop open the crates, Dreamina will take her bag and just kind of go, "I'm so sorry," and empty it, and then put it on top for good
There
measure.
goes a knife.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You guys can sort of pad the areas around the boxes and
Yes.
sort of get that effect without a problem. So eventually some time passes and the proprietor of the forge once again appears and continues loading crates into the last little remaining area on the cart.
Before they shut the boxes, Silkez is going to cast invisibility on the fishy gal specifically.
Okay. You do so.
Was that your stomach fish?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you eaten it today? Oh my god.
I've never heard him picked up on the mic before.
Right.
Not to make sensible noises of your bodily functions, fish.
As the proprietor finishes loading the crates and sort of shuts the back gate by dropping in sort of a gate-like piece onto the cart, he just kind of says aloud, "I'm gonna be headed out here soon," to no one in particular, even though you all are standing there.
No, we're acting natural. He came back out and we were like just posed against the wall.
Okay, and he sort of gets up on the cart and snaps the reins, and sort of the horses take off, and the cart begins clattering forward.
They're all right.
Do we follow behind?
Jeremino will definitely just start walking behind.
Okay.
All right. Silkaz follows.
So you all follow the cart through the street, and eventually it worms its way with no trouble to the gate, where you can just in the distance see the tiny little settlement of Little Kalimshan. And the first thing that happens is the guards sort of come out to the cart and halt it and say, all right, manifest paperwork and things like that. And the proprietor of the shop who's driving the cart will sort of fumble with some paperwork and hand it over. And then the Flaming Fist guards sort of just give it like a once, twice over. And says, all right, go on through. And the cart sallies forth through the gate.
They haven't been followed the entire time, right?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Olin will.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fuck. Well, I
you-
did it
you-
separately. You can do it on your.
Yeah, you can as well.
Okay.
Just 2 rolls max.
Olin is on a
All
7.
right.
He's focused on the cart mostly.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's not the right one. Can I just fucking type, please? So that's a 13.
Yeah, so for those who are looking out for any signs of trouble or anything like that, it was still pretty early. The streets were just starting to pick up with activity. You guys did pass a couple shady characters, but being none the wiser as to what was going on, whether they were someone who was looking for Tarina or not, the cart just rolled right by them. And now, given that currently it is much easier to exit Baldur's Gate than enter, the cart is through the gate. That easy.
Do you guys see that? I was
Do you have to use the bathroom?
no, like
Easier than we were
That's-
expecting.
I was prepared to stab somebody. I was gonna stab a guard. I'm serious. I was just gonna go. Like, what are they gonna do? Arrest me and then release me? Like, I was prepared to make a scene. And we just breezed on right through. I put my clothes up all on them for no reason. All of my clothes.
It wasn't for
Get
no
your clothes
reason.
back, by the way.
It helped, and we can get them back. This is all in a huddle, by the way, Dia.
Yeah,
That's what I figured, that's fine.
we're sports huddling. Maybe we should start smuggling stuff more.
Oh,
No,
no, vetoing that.
That was really easy.
no.
You know, I never noticed how much they don't check Marty's bag of holding.
I
Yeah,
don't
they-
think they even know it's a bag of holding.
Do you know how much
Yeah,
money you could be making?
I mean, it's not technically like an official bag of holding. It's like, one of my own creations. I prefer they didn't look at it.
Right. Well, no, I also prefer that, which is why we need to start smuggling stuff through your bag of holding.
Oh goodness. Let's put a pin in that. And
No, I'm
let's,
gonna think about it.
All right. Let's put a pin in that and go pick up the clock. How about that?
Okay.
All right, let's go. Wait. Silkas is going to put his is going to pause. Shouldn't we follow them because she does have information that we need?
No, we already got it.
Oh, that's right.
Let's keep following
Have all
though.
stuff on top of our bag.
You
though.
do need your clothes
I was
back.
gonna say her
Yes.
stuff's on there.
like all my swords, all my daggers, my makeup,
Yeah,
my
we do kind of need that back.
also all the gifts I got for everybody.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
Okay, yeah, let's go get my stuff back. Now I'm feeling weird. I have to wash all my clothes.
All right. We wait a little bit, and then we follow them out of the gate.
Yeah, grab our
Okay.
stuff and just get...
Yeah, it is easy enough to reconnect with them once they are inside Little Kalimshan. I mean, basically, the cart stops and they are let out of the crates that they've been smuggled in, and then they immediately go into the pawn shop to speak with Rilsa, who is the person that they've coordinated passage even further inland with.
Yeah.
And all of your objects are left behind when they do that.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Night, Dad.
The one classic.
Mhm.
Time to everyone quick take a big stretch.
I still think we should make the only emote that we have for the channel to be Night Dad.
Absolutely, obviously.
Absolutely. I would also like to thank everyone that's been watching so far. Poggers.
Yes. Yeah, how many people do we have right now?
Us.
Yeah, fair enough.
My dad flicking the lights on and off fixed my headphones.
Maybe a grounding issue?
I've only been hearing them through this side, and when he
Mhm.
flicked them on and off, I started being able to hear through here.
Wonder if
Huh.
it's a grounding issue somewhere.
Probably.
That doesn't sound great having a grounding issue.
She'll be fine.
So, you are able to recover your items.
Mhm.
Silka's like leans in and peeks in the pawn shop and just does.
Inside the pawn shop, you see the backs of Tarina and her friend, and then you see Rilsa, who's like seemingly negotiating with them, who sort of leans to the side and gives a thumbs up back to you.
All right, we're all good. We're all good.
You think Rilsa saw me?
Were you standing in front of it?
Were you standing behind me?
No. Well, I mean, even if I was,
You are pretty conspicuous.
well, I don't know. I'm just, I'm not wearing any makeup today, so I'm not,
I think you look
not
nice.
that it mattered. Thank you, Marty. I think you always look real nice, and your
Oh.
vest makes you so handsome.
Thank you. Hopefully it works.
The vest on who?
Me?
What's it supposed to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, of course it works on you. You look really good in it. I just said you looked handsome.
Yeah. Thank you.
But what is it supposed to do when you
Oh, it's
say something like that?
It's a mind sharpener. She'll turn around and you'll see on the back that the different arcane crystals that had been in the sending stones, that there are now 3 on the back, sewn into the back of the vest, and from those 3 points, there is like a very intricate embroidered design that almost looks like think like the Sheikah slate from Breath of the Wild, like that kind of like design, connecting each of them and sort of like going around the entirety of the vest, and says, "Oh well, the idea is that if I get hurt somehow or etc., that like it will sort of like give me a squeeze and sort of like keep my head in place, so that way like I don't break
Interesting.
concentration with like whatever I'm doing."
Oh, that's scary, but that's really impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, I, it's more precautionary than anything. It's like having an EpiPen on you, kinda. Yeah. I figured if things have been getting a little bit scary, so I figured I might as well have, some kind of something. I don't really wear armor all that much. I do technically have some, but it was a project more than a. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Here, I'll lead us back to the
Yeah.
Gimbal and Sons.
That's
Lead
good.
the way.
Can I meet your little boss mentor?
Sure.
Good. I'm excited.
So, you all make your way back from Little Kalimshan, walking alongside the Eltgardian refugee camp, which is just starting to wake up and get moving for over the course of the day. You go back to the gate, which you saw the carriage very swiftly exit from, showing your credentials are able to get back in quite easily, and make your way towards Gimbal and Sons. As you arrive at Gimbal and Sons, the shop is open, and Mr. Gimbal is currently behind the counter, or rather up on a stool, working at the counter.
Mhm.
And in front of him, for a second there, you have to sort of blink for those who witnessed the butterfly arm incident earlier. There is just what looks to be an arm sitting on the counter, and he has sort of his tinkerer's magnification glasses down, and he appears to be poking and prodding it with his tinkerer's tools.
Never mind. I'm out. Okay, I'll be outside. You guys. Jermina clears out.
Fine.
Gimbal, Mr. Gimbal, is it?
He looks up, and his eyes are insanely magnified by the sighting apparatus that he's wearing on his head. Yes, that's me. Oh, Marty, you've come to pick up the clock, I assume.
Yes, and what are you working on?
Oh, this nice fellow stopped by. He said he was having some problems with it, had a run-in with an anti-magic field, and he'll sort of push it. And as it becomes a little more obvious, it's actually a prosthetic. So it looks almost like one of those like artist hand mock-ups, except it is very clearly an arm. And running all along it, you kind of see what look to be openings or like doors, like it has things or inside of it. And I said, nice fellow, and he came in and he said, if you're a clockmaker, you should be able to fix this. And yeah, I would say that this is basically a clock. You can count to 5 on it.
It's very well made.
It is quite interesting to look at.
Did the customer say where they got it?
Well, I don't know. It was certainly attached to his arm when he came in here, and then he removed it.
Thank you, Hachi Machi, for rating us for 5 viewers. Welcome, everyone.
Oh, damn. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hachi Machi.
Team Machi. Anyways, so where
Thank you,
It was
Mark. I can't see that.
I got you.
Oh, what's that?
Everyone, Olin immediately. Olin love immediately.
Appreciate
we
it.
do love an L in here. Jamie the
Welcome
Mime.
back, Jamie the Mime.
Mhm. But fish. It's definitely Jetto. It's obviously Jetto. But we don't know. Anyway,
Fish, you're doing great. What is going on?
one word
She's
from a movie. All right.
she's
Anyway,
trying to communicate that we do know someone with a prosthetic. Keep it
Yes.
going.
yes, he says. Anyways, so where did you say the customer said the arm was from again?
Oh, I didn't ask him. He came in wearing it though. I can confirm it's his. He walked out without it.
Okay.
What did he look like?
Oh, taller fellow, blonde hair. Plain, plainer clothes. Simple tunic.
Oh.
Why do you know someone with a?
We think we do. We just wanted to to ask and make Jeremina? Jeremina, you're distracting me.
Not there.
Well, when is he coming to pick up the arm? Maybe this is pretty. Well, you said it came into contact with an anti-magic field? Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
You.
Yes.
Wrong meeting.
Thank you,
Thank you,
viewers.
Hatchet Greatly
yes.
appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, I told him it shouldn't take too long to get everything reset. It doesn't seem to have any damage though, and he'll sort of turn it, and you can kind of see that the sort of the outer skin of the prosthetic appears to be dented pretty heavily. He's like, he did want me to take this dent out. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but can probably get this ship shape. I told him it wouldn't take me that long. I would imagine he'll be swinging by maybe close of business.
Well, depending on how long the delivering the clock makes, I can definitely help with this. This is just a little bit different from how EV3's arms work. Maybe that'd be a great way to figure out. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Where's the clock? Oh, and also, friends.
Hello.
It's been
We have not been formally introduced. My name is Silkes Osmond. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Mr. Hugan Gimble. This is Olin, and Jeremina left after seeing the arm, but she's here too.
Ah, okay. Well, wonderful. Hold on just a moment. I have to get the invoice. You'll have to give the invoice to the customer. Just give me a moment, and sort of see him being very touchy with his tinker's tools on this prosthetic arm, and then he looks like he's being very gentle, and then all of a sudden one of those doors on the side will sort of spring open, and this sort of contraption that has a blade attached to it will jump out. Whoa! Okay.
Oh,
EV3 immediately sort of reaches down, sort of holds it down in place.
Yeah. I think that the shear on the locking mechanism for this has been worn down. It might need to be replaced. He'll sort of point to the inside of the arm where you can kind of see where the latch
Oh,
is.
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So we're working it. He didn't say he necessarily wanted that fixed, but I did notice it. Let's get the clock. Let's get the clock.
yes, let's get the clock. Yes.
So
yeah,
he
I'll
will
definitely help you out with this. This is complicated. And Marty will sort of take out a handkerchief or a piece of leather and carefully shift. Actually, no, I'll leave it in place just so it doesn't bring on you again.
Oh, thank you. So he will walk you to sort of the back area of the shop, where things are a little less presentable, a little bit more jumbled, and he will point to sort of a shelf of finished projects. And on the top of that shelf of finished projects is a clock, like a mantle clock. So it's kind of got that sloping sides with a big face. But it's not like standard mantle clock size. It's like the size of like a miniature refrigerator. Like
Oh,
it's
goodness gracious.
huge. Um, and
I can tell you when
he'll say,
EV3.
"You can see why why I needed you and EV3's help to get this installed. The clock is larger than I am. I was actually in it yesterday, getting everything tidied up."
It looks larger than me, too. Goodness gracious.
The things that money can buy.
Oh, the things that money can buy. You'd be surprised. This is not the largest thing we've worked on, surprisingly.
Olin's still in the front looking at all the random shit.
Olin, careful not to touch anything. Some things move on their own in here. You will lose a finger, I swear. It's happened before. It hasn't. It has not. It has not happened before.
Olin will put his hand on his blade while he looks around.
Alright, so, EV3, would you mind giving it a lift? Alright.
And
What?
EV3 will go over and
And, I'm so proud of myself. Those mechanisms were feeling great. Okay. Going to ahead and get your lock mechanism, and she'll, like, sort of, like, go around EV3 and make sure, like, none of the joints and etc. are holding up and all that good stuff, and then she'll look to everyone else and say, yeah, we definitely need the extra hands. I wasn't expecting that to actually be necessary. Okay, cool. Will it be okay if my friends join us? Something this big will definitely need the extra hands.
he says, I had exactly the same thought, and I got the okay from the Stelmane residence for you to bring all the help that you need. And he sort of is doing some final signatures on some paperwork on a clipboard, which he then turns around and extends back to you, which is essentially just a itemized version of the bill. And on it is included delivery and installation, which there's a separate sheet of paper that they'll need to sign to accept the delivery and installation that you guys are going to provide.
Marty has obviously seen this before, but she'll give it a once-over just to make sure everything's in order and that Mr. Gimble didn't forget anything.
Yep.
And then she will sort of like fold it up and look to everyone and say like, all right, ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right. And she will go ahead and start walking.
Okay. Mr. Gimble will follow you out and take his perch back up on the edge of the counter to start working again on that prosthetic arm that's on the counter. And you depart.
All right. So,
excuse me. Goodness gracious.
Are they outside?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're outside.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's a big clock.
Yeah.
it's bigger than I was expecting, but that just
Yeah.
means that it makes more sense that you guys are here.
Also, we're pretty sure that the arm belongs to Jetto.
So the arm ain't just like it's what
Yeah.
what was the arm?
It's a prosthetic arm. Apparently there's a bunch of compartments in it. One of them had a knife. Reminded me very much of Jar Axel. But otherwise, it's possible that he is going to be there near closing today. So if we... Marty, when does Gimbals and Sons close?
Usually, towards the evening. It depends on how busy we are, but if Mr. Gimble is waiting for someone, it'll probably be open, and I need to take a look at that arm some more. So, we will definitely be there, don't worry.
So around 5 is
Mhm.
when... Oh, okay. Mhm.
Is that going to be plenty of time?
Oh, it's, what
It's about
time?
noon right now.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time. It isn't that
Okay.
far. This is the upper city. We'll have to. It isn't that far a walk from the sort of noble area, and then yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and if time runs out, I can double back to make
Mhm.
sure we catch him.
Actually, before they get too far away, Marty will sort of like quick scurry back and will say to Hugin, Mr. Gimble, and say, "Could you make sure that the owner sticks around a little bit? Tell him that your automaton expert would like to talk with him about his arm."
Oh, yes, I can certainly let him know. I don't know if he'll be in a rush, but
Oh,
I can
yeah,
do that.
if he's willing to, obviously. But thank you, Mr. Gimble, and she will quick and join everyone else again. All right. Hopefully he'll wait for us if we're not back in time. But anyways, and then yeah, Marty will just start traveling towards the Stillmain estate.
Okay. um, you guys are able to make your way to the Manor District, drawing a little bit of attention given the massive clock that is being carried by your automaton. But eventually you come to the front of the Stellmain estate, and it is a rather dreary place. The lawn and landscaping doesn't look like it's been upkept as well as sort of the other properties in the Manor District. It certainly kind of has an air of being sort of run down. Uh, not not in the way that like it's a complete shack. It's just like it stands out because it's not quite as nice as the other
Mhm.
properties. It looks a little bit dull and dreary. There aren't really that much in the way of like lights on inside the property. Um, as well as unlike the other properties on the street, the gate leading up to the front door on this property is actually open, but not necessarily open with intention. It looks as though it may have like failed open, like fallen off. Sort of the latch came undone without the knowledge of the groundskeeper or whatever.
Marty hesitates there and like clearly looks like she wants to like fix it, but she'll be like, "I'll be good," and will continue on and knock on the door, or if
Okay.
there's a doorbell, ring that.
There is a door knocker, sort of old
It's in the
school
cheapo.
brass door knocker. Um, and some time elapses after you knock on the door with the door knocker, and eventually a figure arrives at the door, and it is a sort of an elderly gentleman who looks as though he's sort of dressing up. He's very clearly some form of domestic help, like a butler or something like that. And he'll say, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yes. Marty will extend a hand and say, Martha Trunick of Gimbal and Sons, here to deliver a mantle clock and insulation."
Wonderful. I know that the master of the house was quite looking forward to having a new timepiece on the mantle. Please come in. And he'll sort of swing open the door and allow you into this sort of large grand entryway with sort of two sloping staircases on either side. And he'll say, "Please follow me." And he'll sort of lead you guys through this large open area, um, sort of around the corner to a secondary room that's sort of just behind this first central room. And it features a large dining room table that has very few chairs at it. It's basically just two chairs towards one end. And then at the far end, there is a fireplace with a large, thick mantle that looks like the clock that EV3 is bearing. Sort of, it fits. It's been custom tailored to sort of sit on that mantle. The butler will then look at you all and say, "Please take your time," and he'll sort of step away.
And we
Allow,
will need someone to sign off on the paperwork as well, on the invoice.
Let me fetch the master of the house, and
Thank
he will depart.
All right.
Well,
Martha?
Yeah. My name. I just go by Marty. My mom's name is also Martha, so it's
Oh,
just easy.
is her mom's name also Martha?
Yes, actually.
And her mom's name's Martha?
No, that one was I forget what it was. It was something weird.
Well, you're doing great. Taking
Well,
charge.
very good at the business aspect of things.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of like wiggles her shoulder and's like, "Well, this is kind of my job."
Well, don't be cute. Don't be modest. Come on. You're doing great. Say it.
I'm doing very good.
Nice job.
Nice job.
All right.
Alright,
So
do we want to start installing the clock while he gets Stelmane, or do we want to wait until he signs off? Like,
I
how
would
does
like
that
to sign.
work?
That way, if anything happens during the installation, we're not at fault for it.
Fair enough.
All right.
So-
A little bit of time passes, and then eventually you hear. Hold on.
Hold on.
Do we get audio again?
Oh no.
No. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm just checking my notes before I read into this scene.
Interesting that you have to read into notes for a clock
A
installation.
simple clock delivery.
All right.
I'm sorry, I just read the chat.
Oh wait, no, oh gosh.
The immediate response is perfect to you, Fish. The answer is yes, by the way.
This is true. So, eventually you hear Belin Stelmane before you see her. There is sort of a wheezing breathing that sort of echoes through the first room that you came in through, and eventually she arrives and is looking not great. You can tell immediately that she is still recovering from that stroke that it was rumored that she had. You can see sort of drooping happening on one side of her face. She's clad in several robes looking of actually decent make, but they're layered on top of each other, which have kind of made them like lumpy and kind of really misshapen, malformed. You can tell that she's probably wearing them for the warmth. She's got like sort of a little bit of a hunch over and is walking with the assistance of a cane, and she'll say, "I'm to understand that you're here to install my new clock."
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Lovely. And do you need me to sign something?
Yes, ma'am, we have your invoice, which goes over the construction of the clock as well as information for the delivery and the installation for you.
Oh, excellent. I'll have it here. I'll sign it. And she out of sort of the folds of these many cloaks or jackets that she's wearing, sort of produces this leather folio that looks like it's kind of stiff, and she flips it open to sort of use it like a clipboard, and pulls a inkwell pen from inside, and as she does so, the top page of whatever it was that was in this prior to her slapping the invoice down on top of it to sign, there is a well illustrated picture of a golden shield, and on this golden shield is sort of a wide toothy smile, that kind of has it kind of almost looks devilish in the way that it's not like a cheese eating grin. Like the grin itself is kind of more it's almost sly or has like intention, but that's embossed on this golden shield. She quickly signs the invoice, and will extend it back to you, Marty, as she snaps shut the folio.
Marty will take it, make sure the signature is in the right place, and sort of nod her head and give Miss Duchess Selmaine a smile and say, "Thank you, Duchess."
No problem. Someone will see you out when you're done. Thank you again. And she'll sort of wave and depart to all of you. And then as she's leaving, the butler that let you in, she'll lean over to him and say, "I'm going back to my research if they need anything else." And the butler will say, "Of course, Duke Stelmaine, of course." And she will depart the room.
Right. Oh. Damn, I didn't think of that. Alright. Does it seem like the butler is sort of hanging around with us, or is he going off and doing things?
He appears to be lingering at a distance.
Alright, good to know. Marty will-
Is that
Oops.
notepad still within range of us, or did she take it?
She snapped it shut and like put it back into the folds of her cloaks. So she took it with her.
Silkes, hast thou grasped the visage located on the papyrus?
Yeah, I saw the picture that was on the folio.
Hast thou any idea as to wherefore its function?
You guys would stop speaking in Elvish in front of
I
us.
can... No, they're speaking Undercommon specifically.
Undercommons. Yes. Sorry.
I can... give me a second to think about it. What... Would Silkes know anything about that kind of symbol?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
That's what I'm good at.
No, I don't think I can finagle a help action out of this.
No, probably not. Especially because the DC on this is going to be astronomically high.
Oh, jeez. Roll well, Meaty. Roll well.
Wind.
Sorry. It's a 10.
No. It doesn't. It does not ring a bell.
No. I sorry. I don't have any idea.
That is fine, dear. Perhaps someone should inscribe it?
I can. I've got a pretty good photographic memory. I just need a piece of paper.
I have one left.
Thanks.
So how was y'all's day?
Good. You were here for all of it. And Marty is currently.
No, she was not
Actually,
here for the moment with the arm, so there's that.
Oh, true. Marty is currently not focusing on that and is instead focusing on doing her job.
Okay.
Marty, I have a... So this was clearly set out specifically for the clock.
Mhm.
Because it's a mantle clock, there's no way it needs to be, like, installed, right? It just needs to be placed?
Well, yes, but we also have to make sure that everything is still running properly and that it's set to any other clocks that are in the area, and making sure that it looks correctly and getting approval. There's several things that go into this. But yeah, the idea is that they should never have to move it again.
Okay. Well, yeah. That does make sense, because it is a mantle clock. Whenever somebody comes in, it should be the first thing they see.
Exactly.
I will stand and watch unless otherwise called upon.
Makes sense. She sort of back and gives a smile and says, yeah. And then sort of like doesn't know what else to say. It's like she's in the zone.
Yep. And you
I will ask.
Mm-hmm.
Silkas does have the rose on his lapel.
Yep.
Did anything happen?
Nope.
Awesome.
Did you get close enough to check?
Yeah, they were pretty
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
Silkas was stood next to Marty the whole time on purpose.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if your intent was to get close enough to trigger the rose, the rose would not have gone off.
Awesome.
She seemed to have any kind of reaction to it, like upon seeing it.
Nope. But she kind of seemed a little bit out of it too. Whether it be via medication or what, she kind of was like a little spacey.
She high as hell.
Yeah. So
I would be too if I just had a stroke.
Right. So working with the EV3, you're able to get the clock up on the mantle, and as well as then EV3 can provide you a boost so you can set the clock and do any amount of maintenance that needs to get done to get it synced up with other clocks in the house, things like that. And you also go and make sure that the face is clean, and you see once again that the Delmain family motto of "Faith carries us, faith protects us," as you're cleaning the face of the clock.
Faith carries us, faith protects us. Very... Yeah. Well, once it looks like there really isn't anything left to do with it,
Okay.
Marty will sort of look to... I'm assuming the butler's still there?
Yep. He's been lingering at a distance.
And, alright. And so she will sort of give him a nod and say, alright, it looks like it's all installed. I just need approval from the head of house.
Well, I will go retrieve her then. And the butler.
Thank you.
Yep.
And how long until you return, just so we're not waiting?
It should be a few minutes.
A few minutes. Thank you.
And he disappears.
So, is anyone wondering what kind of research she's conducting?
Oh, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking of looking around.
Marty!
And right. So, Silkez, are you only able to do the, the thingy that you do once?
No. I have enough energy to do it a couple more times, but if I do it too many times, I do get tired.
Maybe you should. And she'll gesture at Olin. And Olin can.
Olin's been sitting in the back, just.
Olin's just vibing, just T-posing in a
This
chair.
isn't him.
Olin, I want you to take a little look around.
Okay.
And see what you find. You're always very good at that. And Olin gets a second bardic inspiration. Another bardic inspiration.
He'll speak in Elvish. Anything important?
What'd you say?
I said anything in particular that I'm looking for?
So we are wondering if there is anything in particular, whether it's pertaining to cults or to something that's...
Oh yeah, that's what...
What are we looking for in this case? I do want to know.
Anything pertaining to cults? Anything that looks suspicious?
So I was right. Just pertaining to cults, and if there's anything else of interest that catches your eye, go ahead and let us know.
I'll just wander, and Olin will
Be quick, be quick.
sigh and just walk away, just starting to gain interest in other things. Walks out of the room.
Okay. Where are you headed to look for these things?
So, which room are they in, and how close is it to the foyer?
So basically, there's the first room you guys came in, which was the foyer with the two staircases.
Yep.
And then the dining room, which is where the clock was installed, is like right directly behind it. So, I mean, you're basically one room away.
Okay. Well, when he gets back to the foyer, what does he see for rooms? Like any open or how many doors?
So there's the door out, and then there's two doors, one on the left and one on the right, and then there's the two staircases that go up.
Okay, so left was dining room, right is the room he hasn't touched yet.
Yep.
Staircases. All right, he's gonna just casually walk over and test the other door.
Okay. It is unlocked.
He'll walk in. He'll just open the door and go, these.
So, inside of this room, it's very clearly a parlor, so like an entertaining space that has probably not been touched in a while. It's got like sort of plastic wrap over the furniture, and sort of a heavy coating of dust on all of its surfaces.
Okay. He'll quietly close it, and there's no other doors that he sees, right?
No.
Okay. He'll casually head upstairs.
Okay, are you breaking to the left or to the right?
Does it go to the same landing, or is it two different landings?
Yeah, it's like it goes sort of up and around to the same landing,
so
and then there's left and right.
At the top, okay. So if it connects to the same thing, he'll just probably take the right.
Okay. So there is an array of doors here. So there's probably about 5 total doors in the rightmost hallway. Most of them are on the sort of the back wall, right? So not the wall that's like the direction that the stairs came from. Everything is on the back wall.
Side.
Yep.
So basically, the stairs are on the same side as the beginning of the stairs, not the end of the stairs.
Yes.
Okay. Olin will just climb up the stairs, casually look around, When he gets near a door, he'll gently try the handle and see what it does.
Okay. It is unlocked.
He'll open the door and go, "Is this?" And
Okay.
peek inside.
Make a perception check.
Yay. Fuck. Natural one.
Are you on the left or the right?
Oh, god damn it.
I went to the right side and I'm on the first door.
Okay. So what you see
Okay,
in
you have
this
bardic
room?
inspiration.
I'm not using it on a natural one.
Fair
Um,
enough.
what you see in this room is once again a very sparse, ill-used room. It has again layers of dust, and it seems like it was a guest room at one time. And what you see on the back wall is that there is a array of windows that appear to be like looking out onto a small interior courtyard. That so basically, it would appear as though the house has a square-shaped courtyard in the middle of it. That these rooms all have windows out to view.
Okay. He'll close it as long as he doesn't see any movement, like any footsteps or anything. He'll close it and go, "Nope, that's not it." And he'll go to the next one and he go, "This and opens the next door if he can.
Okay. Yes, the door is unlocked, and it is once again a ill-used guest room. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That is a 15.
Okay. As you step in, you're able to you catch motion out of the corner of your eye as you're sort of panning around, and it's motion that's on the opposite side of the courtyard. And it's very clearly the butler that was sent to go get Duke Stelmane to sign off on that she was happy with everything. And she is in a room that is showing use, unlike many of the rooms that you've already poked your head into thus far. There's papers and sort of documents, scrolls, things like that stacked up on tables and all of these things.
So I'm looking into a room that has windows, and the windows is basically looking to the other side of an interior courtroom, which has a room that this woman is in with a bunch of papers and shit.
Yeah, so they're probably about 30 or so feet from you, and you've got window, interior courtyard, window, and then them.
Okay, he's going to slowly move up towards the window as to not be fully seen. He wants to get enough of a view left to right of any guards in that area.
Okay. So you pan the area and you see the butler talking to the Duke. And it appears as though they are getting ready to depart the room, presumably to go back down. So you know that your time is short.
Okay.
There doesn't really seem to be much in the way of guards on the interior of the of this residence at all. It seems as though it's the butler and the Duke, and that's the number of people that you've seen.
Okay, he'll quickly leave the room, seeing that they're about to head that way. Close it.
Okay.
And
Right.
then go into the next room, third room.
Oh, you're gonna check one more?
Yeah, and
Okay.
He has a plan if he gets caught.
Okay, so right as you're going to break off, the Duke and the butler depart the depart that room that you can see from across the way.
Yeah.
And once her presence with her like large bulky jacket and all that deal clear out of the way, with your perception check of 15, you can see that she has a board featuring all of her research, and on the middle of the board it says, "Who is the hidden lord?" question mark. is sort of the central question of her research board, or so it seems.
Okay. And he can see that?
Yep, very clearly.
Okay. So they're on their way back now. He's gonna try to calmly speedrun the next 3 rooms. If he
Okay.
sees dust, he's just gonna close it.
Yeah. So as he just opens the doors quickly, it really just seems like this is just an array of guest rooms that don't get used anymore. There's not much to find here. It seems like the Duke, especially given what you just saw, must keep her business on the other side of the house.
Okay. He'll slowly walk back towards the stairs, casually, in case the butler appears.
Okay. The butler does not. It would seem like, or if you had to guess, the butler was keeping pace with the Duke, which, given her need to walk with a cane and things like that, it takes her a while to get from place to place.
Okay. Can he make it to the other stairs, or from the second floor, or does he have to go down to go back up?
It's the same landing, so he could just theoretically cross.
Just cross?
Over.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll do that and look and see how many doors are on that side.
This one on this side, it is just 2, and they also appear like they might connect.
Okay, so he'll just pop one open.
Okay. As you peer in, it appears to be another either parlor or could be even considered a ballroom. It's a large, open, sort of grand, entertaining space.
Mm-hmm.
In this particular one, there is sort of crates and boxes and things stacked in the middle, and you can kind of see into one of them that has been opened, and it is what looks to be clothing or textile items, which look to be white and gold robes.
He's gonna walk in with leaving the door almost closed, but obviously not enough.
Yeah.
So it's not latched, and he's going to look inside that open thing, like gently lift the top robe that he sees and sees if there's anything else underneath it.
Okay. Yeah, so as you sort of as you sort of sift through this box, it looks like it's just like copies or folded iterations of that same set of garments.
Is there any symbols on it or anything like that?
Make a religion check.
Shit. Let's go -1, guys. I'm super excited.
Use your bardic inspiration.
That's
homie.
what I'm doing, because I got a 2. That's okay, so 6 minus 1, that's a 5.
Okay. You can tell that it's some sort of religious garment, and you can tell that whatever religion it's for must worship some sort of sun deity or something related to the space or cosmos.
Okay, so could he at least like explain it in broken common to them if he could?
Yeah. I think that he would have no problem.
Okay.
Conveying
So then
that.
he's just gonna gently put it back, make sure it looks like it was untouched, and he'll just walk out. He'll grab the door, open it up and go, that's not it, and he'll close it and see if the butler's around, just so that way he's ready.
So as far as the butler is concerned, you do start hearing that the sort of like wheezing start to echo through the hallways. So the Duke is getting close. Presumably the butler will be with her.
Is there any other directions he can go besides obviously the path that the butler is taking right now?
No.
Okay. Is that on the first floor or the second floor, the butler?
The butler and the Duke are on the first floor.
Okay. He's going to walk down the left side.
Okay.
So that way he's near the door when he does this. And he's going to be halfway down and wait till he knows the butler's close enough. And then he's gonna walk down and go, do you have a what the bathroom?
Yes, we do. Give me a moment, and he'll sort of point to that parlor, that you sort of peered in that had the
Vestments?
no, not the vestments,
no.
the
The one on the other side.
yeah, with the furniture. And
Okay.
he'll say, yes, just through there if you give me a moment. And he'll sort of walk with the Duke to meet back up with everybody else.
He'll wait.
And then once the Duke is in all of your presence, the butler will run back to you and say, "Come this way," and will escort you through that room. And there's a panel on sort of the back side of it, and he'll press it in, and it pops, and it reveals sort of like a servant's hallway. And he'll sort of point down it, and will say, "Just at the end there."
Thank you. And he'll nod, exaggerating as if he's trying to look normal.
All right.
So he's gonna go that way, make sure that the butler closes the door, which he probably does, or the fake wall. Is there any windows?
No. This is a very claustrophobic little hallway here.
Okay, so he'll make it all the way down to the end where this latrine is. Is
Yep.
there any way of a vent window or anything like that there too?
Inside of the bathroom here, there is a frosted glass window, which is kind of high, and it's literally only there to let light in.
So it's not a human it's not a person-sized window?
You could probably slip through it with some effort, but it's certainly not as easy as just like stepping out.
Yeah. He'll step up, find a way to step up to it and look and lift the window so you can see
Okay.
out. Where is it pointed?
Out into the interior courtyard.
Okay. He's gonna push it up as high as he can, and he's gonna try to sneak out.
Okay. Make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Thank God.
I
Oh
will be
god,
right
please don't
back.
get stuck. Please don't ruin like Gimbal and Son's reputation by having to explain that no, I didn't realize he was a thief.
Are you sure you don't want me to ruin it?
I'd prefer if he didn't.
Oh, okay. That's a 22.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, so you were able to very deftly slip through the window and out on into the courtyard. The courtyard itself is, again, the landscaping is not really well maintained. There's sort of a central water fountain that doesn't have any water in it, and you are on the sort of first floor interior of the courtyard.
Okay. Does he see any stairs that lead up to where the Duke was?
Not stairs, but you do see that there is a entrance or exit to or from the courtyard that's sort of in that same general vicinity on the first floor.
Okay.
Presumably there would be a set of stairs behind
Yeah.
it somewhere.
Is there, how tall is it? Like, could he like scale one of the pillars?
I would say he would probably have a pretty hard time climbing the wall here.
Okay. He'll stealthily run and dash to the door and see
Okay.
if he hears anybody on the other side like quickly.
Make a perception check.
That's a 23.
Okay. You do not hear anyone. You can be fairly certain that it appears as though the hallway is attaching to this door are empty.
Okay. He'll quietly open the door, close it, and make his way through to find the stairs to get to the second floor.
Okay. There is sort of a pretty easy flow here. Going to the stairs, there's almost like a small sort of mini foyer inside of the doorway. There's a sort of entrance that will. It's a single sloping staircase instead of a double.
Okay.
That will bring you upstairs.
Okay, he'll quickly make his way up and try to aim towards where he thinks the room is.
Okay.
And start heading towards a door that he thinks belongs to that room.
Okay. Just make a general intelligence check.
Fuck yeah, let's go -1. That's a 2.
Okay. So just like the side of the stairs with the 5 doors, there's a lot of doors up here. And you can kind of guess ish that there's about 3 doors that it could be that are off to the left side.
Okay, he'll he's gonna split the difference. He'll go for the middle door.
Okay. The door is locked.
Okay, he'll quickly go to the right door.
Okay. That door is unlocked, and it features a mostly empty space. Again, very disused, layers of dust. Not really what you're looking for.
Okay, and he'll leave and go to the left one real quick.
Okay. Same story there. So you're likely correct that it was the middle door, but the door is locked.
Okay. So this is something I'm going to talk to you about. So technically Olin does have thieves tools via the class, but I don't think that's something Jacques would have given him. He it's like one of those innate things. He knows how to do it. He just doesn't know that he does because he hasn't done it.
Right.
There's nothing on his person. Yeah, I would. Sorry.
Could I give a suggestion as to why he might have these tools or not?
Not really, because to me, he wouldn't have them. Like he's literally been a dude that's lost his memory, and where he came from, he didn't need them.
Yeah, and he's just been vibing these past couple times. This is the first time that we've asked him to do roguelike actions.
Yeah.
Yep. Besides being a perception monkey.
Yeah, essentially.
yeah.
So
Maybe
really
Jacques
quickly,
had one to. Never mind. I'll talk about it later. You're good.
I hate to intervene. I took sleep aid an hour and 30 minutes ago.
Oh, geez.
Oh no.
Try not to be mean. Are we ending soon? Like what's
so
up next? I'm about to pass out.
So basically, we're going to be ending once you guys depart the Duke's house. So
I'm trying to go quick.
Yeah, it literally just is up to Olin's decision on if he's gonna try to get into the room,
Sorry.
or he's gonna try to, clear everything out.
Okay, only one thing he'll try because that's just all Olin knows how to do. Is there enough space between the door and the door jamb where he can push his dagger in to try to bop the latch without leaving a mark? Like comfortable space.
I would say that it would be pretty tight. He would run the risk of leaving a mark, because it's in disrepair, but it was at one time a very nice home. So like everything is pretty finely crafted. He could certainly get it in there and could potentially jimmy the latch. The real problem is leaving the mark
at the end. Okay.
Yep.
He'll back out of that. He'll make his way down the stairs, get to the door, verify nobody's coming, and basically dash to the bathroom and go back through the window.
Okay. As Olin is doing all of this, you are all once again approached by the Duke, who says, "That was pretty quick. Thank you so much for your help."
Is it to your liking? Do you see anything else?
No, it looks lovely. Thank you again.
Oh, and also, on our way in, I noticed that your gate wasn't quite operational. If you want, if you would like, I can take a look at that free of charge.
Oh, that would be quite lovely. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And was there anything else around the house that needed looking at? I know we're technically clockmakers, but we are quite good at tinkering.
Oh,
Um,
no, that's fine.
I'm also a tailor. If you need me to fix up anything, or uh, I noticed you're bundling up pretty heavy. Do you need fabric suggestions? Keep something lighter, but still keeps that warmth and weight.
Oh, that would be quite helpful. I do find myself being quite cold uh, since the stroke. So, um, that would be nice.
Awesome. I'll I'll uh, uh I'll reach out and get something sorted out together.
Thank you.
I'm sorry
Um,
about your stroke. That's difficult.
It is, but I'm just happy to have survived.
that's all we can hope. That's all one can hope, really, at the end of the day. And then where did Owen run off to?
If you don't mind my asking, Miss Stelmane, where did you get the inspiration for your house quote?
Oh, it has been generations. I wasn't the one to come up with it. I inherited it.
Do you know where it came from, or was it just part of the family?
Well, my family has always been quite involved in uh, various religions, usually around the light and sun and things like that.
Oh, I see.
What
You're
what god do you take after? I worship Lathander.
I'm quite a religious, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Ah, would appear your
Me, I.
friend is done utilizing the lavatory.
Oh,
sorry about that. I always tell them to go to the bathroom before, but always someone forgets.
But we
That's
also stopped by and got hot dogs earlier.
Well,
uh, all the fixins.
it,
Closed throat.
I'm so
oh.
sorry.
On that note, I'll let you all be on your way, and thank you again for installing the new timepiece. I'm looking forward to having its soothing ticking presence around during meal times.
Of course, and if you ever need any maintenance on it, or you feel like it needs a companion, I left the gimbal the business card uh, right here, actually, and she'll go and hand it to her.
Oh, thank you. And she'll sort of take it, and then her hand just sort of disappears back into her like big bulky robe setup.
All right.
All right.
You have a lovely day, Duke Stelmane.
Thank you. You as well.
And off we go, I guess.
Right. And everybody departs, and that is where we will leave it, having just departed the Stelmane estate in the Manor District of Baldur's Gate. Obviously, you guys have some more leads to follow up on next time. And with that, that's the game. That's the
Hey.
session.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
watching.
Thank you, Hachimachi, for the raid. Thank you all for
Oh.
hanging out.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you,
Thank you, Jamie, for
suggesting it.
recommending us.
Make sure you
Yeah,
hit the follow. Hit the follow. Oh, thank you for the follow. Friday, 9 p.m. every weekend, every Friday, and make sure you guys see the Discord. We talk about fun stuff in there too. So
Before we stop the stream, are we gonna stream next Friday because it is Christmas Eve next Friday?
Oh shit, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Then that is a no, I think.
All right, we'll see you in
Oh,
3
well.
weeks because after that is going to be New Year's Eve.
I mean,
yep.
New Year's Eve doesn't count.
God.
If anybody parties on New Year's Eve, I'm killing you.
Hi.
So stream New Year's Eve.
That'd be a fun way to celebrate, like legit.
I might get murdered.
Well,
Yeah, I might get a little murdered.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I assume we're all gonna get a little murdered. I think that's
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Please.
So she's
see-
okay with us
Right,
buying.
And we'll see you in 3 weeks, but please make sure you guys hit up the Discord because we always talk in there and we always love meeting
We are
people.
super active in the Discord.
Absolutely.
All right.
Also, are we big enough to raid someone back?
I don't think so.
Rip.
we're
Oh,
getting there though. We're getting
getting
there.
there.
we will get there.
All right.
Make us powerful enough.
Right, thank
that
you
we can
guys, and yes,
return
we
the
can have a
favor.
little murder as a treat. You guys have a good
Little
night.
murder is a
Good
good
one.
one.
Bye.
Anyways,
Bye.
have a good one.